Bitcoin is making a run here to the upside, but this is not the really important topic for today's video. The altcoin season is coming back, at least a small one, and we need to talk about this because there we can make a huge chunk of money in the next coming couple days and potentially over the next couple of weeks, as long as that is lasting. And if you think that is interesting and you want to make money here with me together, then make sure that you are subscribed to the channel, like this video, and also activate the bell so that you will never miss out on these really valuable videos. And now let me show you what I found. We're gonna start off today with Bitcoin, and here on the daily chart, I am gonna be honest with you guys, there's not much to talk about Bitcoin, but we keep it brief here for today. So here we see right now Bitcoin making an attempt to stay above $41,700. If we can do that, then I expect a move here really quick back to $42,000, potentially $43,000 here on the daily chart, and also a potential retest of the 50 moving average here. So I consider this whole area where we are trading right now under the 50 moving average as a bear trap. We can, of course, still go a little bit more sideways before we're going to get the spring back to the upside, but I don't believe that we see here something like this over the next couple of weeks. I just don't see it in the charts right now. There's too much bullishness still left in the market, and that is telling me that we are maybe consolidate a little bit more, scratch maybe slightly under 40,000 and then shoot here back up. So, but we don't have to go under 40,000 for that. Here on the 30 minutes chart, we see that we have here an ascending triangle that we are trading in. So in Bitcoin, most likely will come up to test the top of it at $41,800 approximately. If we are breaking above that with a 15 minutes close, then most likely we continue to go higher. The technical target for that move would be around, if we treat it as a bull flag, I think it was 43,000-ish something. Yeah, it would break us above the Monday high of $43,455 if we are seeing here breakout to the upside. But I see here already some exhaustion happening based on the indicators here with the stochastic RSI topping out, and also here on the MACD, the converging lines. Okay, that still looks a little bit bullish to me, but the stochastic is signaling that we are maybe rolling over here. And that can mean two things. Either Bitcoin faked out here and we are coming back really quickly to 41,500, 600 where we were before, or that we're just consolidating here a little bit while the indicator's going down, and then see the price continue to go here to the upside. Here on the 4-hourly chart, we're about to break out of that falling broadening wedge. If we see a breakout and the next candle also continuing to move higher, then we have a high likelihood of retesting our resistance areas of $43,000 up here, potentially even $44,000, depending on how price action will behave in the $43,000 area. Here, when we are going to the liquidations, it gets more and more filled up here again on the short side. Here, especially with low leverage shorts, high leverage short positions, but also high leverage long positions just beneath us. So I can imagine that we see here a quick move to the downside just to liquidate them, and then a move to the upside to liquidate everybody else. That we have right now a really tight range over the weekend is telling me that next week a big move here for Bitcoin is coming. So it's most likely ranging because of the futures market. The futures market is closed and it's reopening tonight again. They just don't want to have a CME gap, in my opinion, since the ETF is out, and just pushing the market more or less along the same baseline here until Monday open, and then we're gonna see volatility coming back into the market with a worst case scenario, small push to the downside, and then we reverse back to the upside. So we can take advantage of that in two ways. Either we set limit orders down here, what I'm right now actually doing, and if we see a break here above, let's say $42,000, there I would just market buy into a long position to trade this here to around $44,500 and potentially back to $48,000-$50,000. If you want to trade, guys, don't forget, you can go to BYBIT. You still get $30,000 if you sign up with my specific link here. Also on CoinW, you can copy trade me. You don't need any KYC or a VPN on CoinW, no matter where you are in the world, which is really nice. And if you still want the highest bonus in the industry, $120,000, then go to FAIRDESK, and also there you can copy trade me. Of course, I was the last couple of days not really active with copy trading, but look at the market, guys. Look at the market. So, but now we are getting into where this might potentially changing for altcoins. And I want to start off here with the Bitcoin dominance for that. Remember when I told you a while back that I believe here around the 51% area, we're most likely going to see some consolidation, what we are seeing here, and then a potential move lower. And that can coincide with Bitcoin moving higher, but people rotating from Bitcoin then into altcoins, which will lead to that the dominance will keep falling, and altcoins in dollar value will go up, and also Bitcoin value will go up in that scenario. So if the dominance comes a little bit back up here again to like 52% to retest that resistance level, that would be also absolutely fine, because I believe we would see another rejection from there and then go lower. And remember, guys, my take profit zone for altcoins, the first one is here at 49%, and then even lower at 43%. These are my take profit zones. When we get there with the dominance, that is where I start potentially taking some profits, depending on how the price action is looking on my altcoin positions. When we're looking at the total market cap, I'm really surprised that we are still here in that altcoin season resistance area. I was expecting with Bitcoin moving down that we also lose that area here, and we're basically consolidating, which shows me that there's a lot of strength in altcoins right now. And that also tells me that most likely next week or the week after that, we're going to see a push out of it again to retest $1.8 trillion. Hence, altcoins will go up in that scenario. But from where do I believe will come the fuel to push altcoins higher? For that, we have to go to the Ethereum against a Bitcoin chart. We have seen Ethereum trying to break out here the horizontal resistance level and also the downward sloping resistance level around 0.06 Bitcoin for one Ethereum. It was a fake out because we had here this bull pennant or symmetrical triangle, however you want to see that. And it was technically too early for that breakout. That's why we saw it faking out and coming back into it. But the next time that we are coming out of it, it will be the real deal with the breakout to the upside. So once we see here that 0.06 level more or less being broken and a 4-hourly candle closed above that and a continuation candle to the upside, that is the moment where you know you should now start to get into certain altcoins. And I will go into Ethereum beta plays in layer 2 solutions based on Ethereum, because this is in Ethereum Bitcoin chart. So if Ethereum starts outperforming Bitcoin, beta plays on Ethereum will outperform Ethereum. So that is the whole reasoning behind that. So now when we are looking at Ethereum is looking on the 12-hourly time frame, not really bad. So we have here our EMA ribbon. We are holding above the middle band, which is really important, as I always state. And also here, Ethereum tries right now to break this downward sloping resistance line. If we can break it, that would be really good, because it comes from the yearly high that we have for now of $2,700. And we could see a potential reversal from here back at least to the golden ratio here, the 1.615, 1.618 at around $2,600. So I'm just waiting for that break. And here again, if you want to trade Ethereum, do this on BYBIT, and you can take a position when we start to break above the EMA ribbon here. So around $2,500, there would be a good entry for Ethereum. If we move a little bit lower and we come back and test here these wicks, here that whole area is also a good long opportunity from 2,400, let's say 50 to, 2,450 is the price where I would start building a long-term position on Ethereum to the upside. The other coins that I'm looking at, one of them is DYDX. Why do I look at DYDX? Because DYDX had a high here at over $4, and since then is in this downwards trending channel here and is respecting the channel quite well, regardless of what Bitcoin is doing. I believe that DYDX might be close to the bottom or has already bottomed with that low point here, because the stochastic RSI is here also bottoming out in around 2 hours. The RSI starts to point to the upside, and here this on the MACD looks to me like a fake out to be with the bearish crossover. So as long as DYDX can hold $2.73 as a support level, I believe that DYDX will go back to the golden ratio here, around $3.67, $3.73-ish, to retest this. So, and that alone would be a big move. You can trade, that could be actually a spot trade, because this is 33.6%, potentially 36.2%. Even if you trade this only with 5x leverage, this is over 150% that you can make here on that specific trade that I'm seeing here most likely playing out, as long as we are holding above $2.73. If we lose that level, then we most likely go all the way back to here like $2.40 and find their support. But if we go down there, what I believe is going to happen here is that we're going to see some long-term consolidation in that range from 240 to 280 before we see then a breakout back to above $3. And that's something that we don't want to see. We want to see a break here above $3.05, because that is the resistance that is holding us down right now. Here, $3.05. Once that level is broken, DYDX will rally to the upside. Rune is another one that I'm looking at, and here on the daily, it's looking really, really, really strong to me right now, because the MACD is about to turn bullish. We have a bullish buy signal on the stochastic RSI. The RSI is also pointing to the upside, starting to form a bullish divergence. And we have here also a downward sloping trend line. Once that trend line is broken, you're gonna see Rune coming back here really, really quick to around $6, because that is the next imminent bigger resistance here based on the daily chart. So, but where would I enter Rune if I would be not already in a position? So I'm already in a long position from $4.07, I think. So I'm here like 3% up on my trade right now. Either a retest of these lows here at $3.91 would be a level that I would be looking out for, or here, if we are breaking above $4.50, these are the two levels from where I would be longing. A break above $4.50 with like a 1 hourly or 4 hourly close, at potentially at the same time, a break above that downward sloping resistance line, that will be the perfect buy signal to get into Rune, unless we are turning around, coming back to like $3.90, then you buy it here, long it from there, and yeah, just wait for the break of that downward sloping resistance line. And it, yeah, first target $6.08, then $7.78 if we are getting it. The next one is Lit. Lit was also going for a really, really long time nowhere, since we had our high here at $1.39 approximately. So you see here, we had here a huge decline, now some sideways chop. But also here, once we see here 93 cents approximately, a little bit higher, 93 cents there, 93 cents 0.5. Once that level is broken, it will continue to go back to the high to take it out, because we have here a vector candle, and a vector candle means that there is an imbalance, because we have a huge wick here, and that wick did not get filled on the other side yet. So it means price needs to come back, fill up this wick with a full candle, not with another wick, and then either continue to go higher or to turn around. Once that wick is filled, it doesn't really matter. So, but always when you see a wick on a chart, you know the price will come back to fill that wick. So I give you an example here. You saw that too. We had that wick, we got a move to the downside. What happened? Price action came back, filled it with a full body candle, and continued to go higher. Then we saw decline, and we created another wick. So now price action will come back to fill this wick here again, and then we're gonna see what's going to happen if we roll over again or if we continue to go higher from here. Here, when I go on the daily chart, the stochastic RSI is already quite high from where we got our buy signal, but the RSI is not really high. Here I can also see already a bullish divergence. So if you draw it like this, you see here is a bullish divergence, and it starts already to play out. So here, again, the good entry would be around 93.5 cents if you want to have a safe entry. And if we come back to the downside, then here we can make it a little bit tighter. Around 84 cents would be another opportunity to long this at a little bit cheaper price than from 93.5 cents. The next one is Optimism. Optimism also was basically just chopping around sideways since we were over $4. So here, this is a huge reaccumulation zone, in my opinion, after we had here also a break above $4. Here, same thing on a 12-hourly chart, stochastic creeping on the bottom for a long time. RSI starts to flip bullish here. Also MACD about to flip bullish here over the next 36 hours. And price action also starting to push here back to the upside. Here, again, entry levels that I'm looking for, $3.38. Or if we come back here, $3, around $3 would be the other one that I'm looking at. So both are fine. Whatever comes first and whatever is confirmed as new support, or again retested as support, is from where I'm going to long here Optimism. Again, if you want to be really safe with your entry, wait that this downward sloping resistance line is broken before you enter. But yeah, if we go to $3.38 and we close a 1 hourly or 4 hourly candle above that level, then we have also broken this downward sloping resistance line, and then you know, okay, there's my entry with a potential target of around $5 in my opinion. The last one is Arbitrum. Arbitrum is today already really strong and might be front running all the other coins that I just mentioned, because you see these coins, they have more or less the same pattern here. They have all this downward sloping resistance line. They are all with the stochastic on the bottom and starting to show life signs, and also all have the RSI turning around into in a bullish manner, and also the MACD on many is about to flip bullish. So it's across the board the same thing. So I don't need to talk a lot about here about what Arbitrum is going to do, you know. So the imminent target on Arbitrum would be for me here $2.51, $2.48 approximately. Once we break this downward sloping trend line for entries, $1.82 on the lower end. If we get it again, and if we keep moving to the upside, then my next entry would be, actually, I think we're really close to it. If you want to play it really safe, $1.94, that would be then the next entry. But again, remember, you want to have at least 30 minutes, 1 hourly candle close above that level before you enter there. I would not enter before. So guys, you see there is right now, regardless what Bitcoin is doing, doesn't matter if Bitcoin is going up a lot or correcting a little bit, unless Bitcoin is like flash crashing again. Altcoins starting to show life signs here, and I believe over the next couple of weeks, the next 2-3 weeks, we're gonna see a lot of altcoins coming back to the high that they have created during the ETF craze, and will move slowly higher than they were before. And that gives us a great opportunity to take advantage of that. So if you want to trade all these coins, like I said, most of them you get on BYBIT. Basically all of them you get on BYBIT to trade. The link is in the description below for that. And go back, look at this video, stop it, write down the entries, write down the exits, and see this unfolding in front of your eyes. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in again. Don't forget, smash up the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and I'm going to see you then again tomorrow.